Yes. Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this our annual exercise. And what we'll do is, as always, we'll just start with our presentation. Numbers are already with you in detail. And me and my team, my colleagues, we will go through this presentation and then leave bulk of the time for question and answers so that we can concentrate on that. So let's start. Yeah. This is how we will proceed. I just wanted to point out that we remain a value-based organization. This is very important for us because what we believe is that these business cycles, they come and go, and times they change, but values, they keep us in the good state. So that's what we feel this organization has grown on these values. Our major shareholder, Habib Bank AG Zurich, has also same values. So we feel that these values, they are extremely important for us. Similarly, our vision, you will see that we want to be the most respected financial institution, not the largest or any other race that we are into. We are a customer-centric organization, and we want to remain that way. The structure remains unchanged. There is no new subsidiary that we have started in the last year. There was only one, which was an exchange company 2 years back. That company continues to grow in line with what State Bank directives are for that business. So market performance, I think I want to share my gratitude to the market, to our shareholders for this massive increase in our total market cap. And this is the result of hard work of the team as well as trust of the shareholders. So thank you very much for that. I just thought that we'll show you how in the last 2 years this thing has moved. So I think the biggest thing that we bring to the table, our strength, is our major shareholder, Habib Bank AG Zurich. Now, AG Zurich is not just the fact that it's an international bank and it is Swiss headquartered. It has FINMA as its main regulator. It also is a source of good practices, international practices for us. So from that point of view, I think this Swiss parentage, having this Habib Bank AG Zurich as our main anchor owner, major shareholder, is a major strength for us. The other strength that I want to point out is our loyal customer base. We have got customers which started working with us right from the day one, and they still are our customers. So that has been a huge strength for us. We are a customer-centric company, and these customers, they are loyal to HABIBMETRO, they are loyal to Habib brand and the things that we stand for. Our strength is our trade finance leadership position. This continues. In the last recently, a few years, we have seen a lot of competition here, but we continue with our leadership position in this, especially the exports. Exports, we are clearly in a leadership position. In imports, there is this fluctuation. We have a diversified revenue base. We don't have dependence on one particular product only. robust capital base. You have seen over the years, our capital base has been very steady. Our ratings have been AA plus for a long time, so showing our strength and the effect of our Swiss parentage also. Islamic banking, we have our brand is called Sirat. This is an international brand, which is an export from Pakistan. We started this brand in HABIBMETRO, and now the same brand is being offered in several other geographies by Habib Bank AG Zurich. So that's we feel proud of it that it's something Pakistani that we exported. There is an efficient use of capital, consistent returns. You have seen as our EPS improves, so has our DPS, and payout ratios are pretty good. We are ranked among top 25 companies of Pakistan Stock Exchange. It's a huge pride for us. I wanted to point out this thing particularly that we feel that this digital footprint has been taken up very well by our customers. The conversion ratio to digital is excellent. Given our size and limited branches, we feel this is our future. This is banking's future. So we are ready for this. We have a very good conversion. We have what we call branch customers converted to digital. And the ratio is there, and you can see all of that. We don't have a credit card, but yet our debit card is one of the most powerful debit cards in the industry. And if you see some other metrics like usage of Sirat, it's a very good story there also. So branches, branch network, I'm sure you'll have questions around it. Let me just give you an idea that what we feel about it. We think that this branch network is adequate for us. We are increasing branches every year. We have an annual branch expansion plan. But we feel that we are not in any race for reaching any magical number on number of branches. What we feel is that are we able to support our customers adequately or not? So you will be able to see that despite 562 branches, we have a reach in 229 cities, which are the main cities where we want to be. This is what our customer base wants us to be. This is where we are. We will increase branches if our customer base or digital offering together requires that we should have more branches. Every year we have more branches. So that's it. Another point that I want you to note is conversion of Islamic branches. So in about 4 years, from 12%, we have gone to 43%. And this Islamic branches, new branches are mostly opened in Islamic, not entirely, but as I said, this is in line with customer requirements. So I want to point out is that we have adequate number of branches. We have a very good geographic representation. And the cities in which we have our major strength, we have multiple branches there. The main financial centers, all the 4 provinces. So this is my message here. CSR, as I said, we are a values-based company. This remains a huge pillar for us. We have our main focus areas are education and healthcare. We also do other causes. Disaster relief has been a big one for us. But education and healthcare, we have programs going on, multi-year programs. We support communities in which we operate. We try to involve our staff into these activities. So that's beyond the rupee numbers that you see. People volunteering, people helping physically going into all these causes. the participation of the team and the communities that we operate in, that's a big for us. So on financial performance, I'll just briefly say a couple of words, but a couple of sentences. But this is what you are already aware of. Our deposits have grown after last year's no growth. They have now, in 25, they have grown adequately. Current account of Islamic banking has grown well. Advances growth is also very satisfactory. ADR is where we want to be. This is about 50%. We have a range. EPS, DPS, they're both very satisfactory. If you can see that CAR is above our own internal requirements. And I think in terms of return on assets and return on equity, we are very well placed, especially if you see a return on assets, you will find us as one of the in one of the leadership position among the industry. This is our third year running that we received top 25 companies award of Pakistan Stock Exchange. This year, if I remember correctly, we had the highest number one in terms of banks. Another area which really supported that last year was this remittances growth. We have the highest remittances growth, and we achieved an award for that also. As I said, digital transaction volumes has been really very heartening, and this is where the industry will grow. This is where our next generations, the Gen Z, will be growing. So we are there for them. And I leave balance sheet and P&L. While you have seen this. This is healthy growth in all three areas, which is investments, advances, and deposits. I'm happy to take any questions when the question and answer time comes. P&L similarly. Balance sheet KPI again, you can see this is 5-year CAGRs we have given. As I said, we are not in any race to grow just for the sake of growth. We are a customer-centric bank. We'll grow where our customer requirements will take us. So, in line with that, our strategies. Similarly, profitability KPIs are also there. This is if you'll see growth in almost all of them, and this is in line with our own metrics or our own KPIs. This you would be able to see that in line with Tesla's stock exchange growth. This is again a PE has grown, and our payout ratio, along with other banking good banking companies, we have also grown. Breakup value, all of this shows a growth story. Cost to income ratio remains under control. The increase that you see, while there is an increase of cost because of high inflation that we have all experienced, and investments in future, some of that cost has come from that. But this is also because of pressure on revenue, because of interest rate reduction. Interest rates have gone down, so this pressure is there. And asset quality, or what we call NPL ratio, that remains every year it's improving, as you can see. And we are the more important point is that we are very well covered, very well provided for that. Our IFRS is fully implemented, whatever provisions to be taken on portfolio basis, we have taken all of that, whether stage 1, 2, or 3, and this is something we've got a good recoveries team, and they continue to work with the customers which are in stress. So capital adequacy, I've already spoken about it. This remains satisfactory. 11.5 is what is minimum required. We are well above that, and we don't have any. Do we have any? Don't have here.
No,
It is no.
we haven't issued any subordinated.
Yeah, we haven't issued any subordinated debt, so there is huge room there also, and we're very well covered otherwise. This is sectoral diversification of advances. We used to be very big in textile at a stage above 50%. Now, as you can see, we have made it more diversified, and this has helped us. This was as a part of strategy from the board and management. We have more diversified. Some concentration will be there as we are a trade bank, and Pakistan's exports, as you would know, are concentrated in textile. So you would expect more textiles from us. Textiles and rice, these two are big exports, and you would expect us to be there. Investment mix, this is given most of it is Government of Pakistan, just like other banks. We will be able to provide you more details. I've got entire team is here, including our CFO and treasurer. They'll be able to answer any questions on this investment mix. Sirat, this is what our Islamic banking brand is. As I mentioned earlier, we will see that this is very good and balanced. Deposits and advances, they're both grown very well. About 27% or 27% plus in both cases. And branches, yes, that's more than 27%, but we feel that advances and deposits will continue to outgrow conventional in Sirat. So we will continue to see Sirat balance sheet growing faster than the conventional balance sheet. This is again in line with our customers. The customer demand is there for this Islamic banking deposits and assets, and we are serving our customers. This detail has been provided to you already, so if there are any questions on this, we'll take that. Otherwise, this has been already given IFRS 8 operating segments. So our focus areas remain frankly unchanged for us. This is customer centricity, as I said, talent diversity and retention, and shareholder returns. We will achieve these through low-cost deposits growth, Islamic banking, asset quality and recoveries. Our digital transformation, as I said, this is something which we are happy, and this is something which is serving us well. In line with that is transaction banking and employee banking. Remittances, I've told you, this is a huge growth for us. Trade, as I said, this is our leadership position remains in trade. So we have received a number of awards, as you can see on the screen. But the two that I would again mention, one is this PSX Top 25 Companies. This is third year running, Alhamdulillah. And also this highest growth in remittances, this the big one in the forefront that you can see, foreground, sorry. So this award is, we had the highest growth of remittances, and this is what we feel happy that any strategy that we put in place we are able to execute it well. This will tell you that. So thank you very much. I've got my full team is here, and for any question and answers, we'll share
Messages.
We have got a question
set of questions.
from Sayyid Murtaza Hassan. The first question is deposit growth, CASA mix, and branch growth for 2026.
So, as I said, deposit growth and we will grow in line with the growth of M2, which is. But current account mix, we want to improve this, and we know that we will be this year we will be improving this. And branch growth, we have a number of branches that we have taken approval from State Bank. And in fact, in Q1, we have already opened eight branches. So we will be opening more branches. But as I said, it's not really a huge thing for us. Yields and weighted average maturity of fixed rate.
Yeah, so I'll take a stab at that. So our fixed rate portion has an average yield in the midst of 12 and 12.25, whereas the average duration for that portfolio is between 1 and 1.25 years. And if you want to have the average life, that's under 1.5 years. Average spread over T-bills on the floaters, I think that's the next question. That is around 1% over the benchmark rates, and the weighted average life is close to 3.3 years remaining. And of course, as you would know, a large majority of the floaters reset in October and April. So yes, a large portion of our floaters were reset in October, but the next reset is imminent in the next in a week or so.
Cost to income after Queen.
That's under 50%. That's we are trying to raise it within that.
And we have a leading, I think, cost to income ratio in the industry.
Interest rates, I really can't really, because it's a very complex thing. There are a lot of factors in that. But what we can, I think, safely say is that they have bottomed out, and any change that happens, we expect either upward change. But let's see. I mean, this is a very complex because of political situation, economy, a lot of things. And
Nasheed Malik. Nasheed.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मेरी आवाज़ क्लियर आ रही है आप लोगों को?
Yes.
जी, thank you for allowing me to ask the question. Nasheed Malik here from Growth Securities. जी, मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन ये है कि इवन तो आप लोग का कॉस्ट टू इनकम रेशियो वैसे तो इंडस्ट्री से लोअर साइड पे ही है और बिलो 50% है, लेकिन लास्ट ईयर से कंपैरिजन में इंक्रीज हुआ है। तो क्या इसकी मेन रीज़न रेमिटेंसेस के शेयर में आपकी जो ग्रोथ हुई है वो है, या और भी कोई रीजन है? दूसरा मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि आप लोगों ने डिस्क्राइब किया कि आप लोग का जो फेडरल गवर्नमेंट का इन्वेस्टमेंट पोर्टफोलियो है उसका 70% आई थिंक रेशियो पीआईबीज में एलोकेटेड है। तो जो पीआईबीज है उसमें कितना फर्दर, अगर आप ब्रेकडाउन बता सके कि कितना पोर्शन फिक्स्ड है और कितना फ्लोटर है? जी, मेनली मेरे यही दो क्वेश्चन हैं। थैंक यू।
अच्छा, इन द कॉस्ट टू इनकम रेशियो अगर आप देखें तो जो जनरली हमारी ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंस इंक्रीज हुआ वो इन लाइन विद द मार्केट, बट जो टॉप लाइन है उसकी वजह से ये थोड़ा सा इम्पैक्ट आपको थोड़ा नजर आ रहा है, जो कि जाहिर है इसका इम्पैक्ट बिकॉज ऑफ जो रेट डिक्लाइन हुआ है ओवर द ईयर और उसका इम्पैक्ट है। तो वी एक्सपेक्ट कि जी ये विदिन उस पर ही अंडर 50% ही रहेगा, एंड वी आर ट्राइंग बेस्ट के ये उसी रेंज में रहे जहां हम पिछले कुछ अरसे में रखते हुए आए हैं। And on that,
I see. So I think there are two questions. There's another question here. Okay, what's the mix of floating and fixed on the sovereign? So I think I'll take that here as well. So हमारा fix for 58% of our overall sovereign portfolio is fixed. The remaining is floating. So I mean that should answer your question. One more point I think which I want to dovetail here as well, that nearly 36% of our portfolio will mature this year. So I think given what just the CEO mentioned, we expect rates, if there is a move here, is a move up, so that puts us in good stead, in a good position here to capture the rate as and when they go up.
What do you want to mention anything on remittances?
So remittances, again, as Khurram mentioned, that we have consciously worked on growing our market share primarily to complement and support our trade franchise. So this has worked really well, and I think we have significantly increased our market share on remittances. So we remain aligned with our overall strategy on trade. So to maintain our trade leadership, we will continue to solicit remittances and grow it prudently. As we know from an industry perspective, it is now an expense instead of a profit. So we will continue doing that in a prudent manner to support our trade franchise.
to answer this question about the car, so it's about 30 to 35 basis point impact in the capital adequacy ratio for this conversion of banking book to trading book for market purpose, risk purposes. So that's the answer.
Shiraz Ali का लिस्ट.
Next उस पे देख लो and then
Do you have any other questions?
जी initial जो question आया था that's
Okay, we received some questions in advance before the meeting.
There's another
There's
question.
one more.
वो बाद में कर लेते that's या पहले कर ले that's
Yeah, so remittance market share will be, I think, depending on which month you look at, but on the average, about 3.5 to 4% of the industry volume.
Okay, we received some questions in advance. One question was, what is the projected ADR for 2026 for HABIBMETRO?
So I think for the ADR, I think the way we have been maintaining it is, I think we see 50% ADR as a sweet spot. We have a guidance from our board of an ADR range that we want to target, which gives us a fair room of flexibility. But I think we should be, remain near our sweet spot of 50%, over the next 12 months.
Another question we received was regarding the projected EPS for 2026 and the share market price.
So that's
that all depends on the interest rate which Ayaz has mentioned. The profitability obviously is a part. Everyone wants to will be the impact of what we can say that's कि जो profit आपका है interest rate की जो movement है उसकी basis पर ही आपका चलेगा and then we are trying कि इसको maintain किया जाए.
We received another question.
So Wahid Rathore Saabka, I think is a follow-up question. So yes, the short answer to your question is yes, but I just want to reiterate that our duration for our fixed term portfolio is between 1 and 1.25 years, and more than half of that is maturing in this calendar year. So I hope that answers your question.
And this Mohammed Wasim has asked for
So 30-35 days.
no new credit risk instructions
Credit risk instruction.
compared to the current purpose. Okay,
ये
that's already we have answered that.
35 market risk का दिया था. Yeah, asking about the new credit risk guidelines.
It's a पूछ ले वसीम साहब से if he wants to ask the question, elaborate on this. What does it mean?
Mohammed Wasim, can we have some clarity on this question? Yes, Mohammed Wasim.
जी अस्सलाम सर बेसिकली न्यू जो है क्रेडिट रिस्क इंस्ट्रक्शन जो है एसपीपी ने सितंबर 2025 में इशू की थी और जो शायद जून 26 से ऑनवर्ड्स इम्प्लीमेंट होंगी, तो उसका इम्पैक्ट मैं पूछना चाह रहा था कि आपकी कैपिटल एडिक्वेसी के ऊपर कितना होगा.
We do not see a major impact basically on a car. हम अपनी कार के अंदर जी वेरियस सेंसिटिविटीज रन करते हैं both for credit risk factors जी as well as market risk and other factors. So overall जी I think we have enough room in our car and I think we should be able to absorb any changes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Murtaza Hassan, the answer is yes, and it also includes Sukuks. So we're talking about the total sovereign portfolio here.
Any other questions?
There is nothing more than we wants to already answered.
If you don't have any other questions, we can conclude
The session.
And next, 1 to 2.
If somebody has raised and it will come.
No, it will come there.
So I think nothing in the messages section.
Then
One more.
You could.
Mohammed Wahid.
yes, Wahid.
he's having connected.
Wahid.
हेलो
Yes.
जी सर आई जस्ट वांटेड टू आस्क कि अभी सर यूबीएल का था एंड दे फेस्ड अ लॉट ऑफ लाइक उनकी जो रिवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व्स है वो काफी ज्यादा डिक्रीज हुए हैं इस क्वार्टर में तो आप आपके बैंक की क्या पोजीशन है इस सिचुएशन में विद सेकेंडरी यील्ड्स इन मार्केट रेट्स इंक्रीजिंग
देखें एक तो ये सिस्टम दिस इज अ सिस्टमिक इम्पैक्ट ऑफ कोर्स अगर आप इस क्वार्टर का पूछ रहे हैं सो व्हेन द नंबर्स कम आउट यू विल हैव अ लुक एट दैट सो आई डोंट वांट टू डिस्कस बिकॉज़ वी आर डिस्कसिंग द 31st December numbers so I don't want to give you any get into any granular details but of course there will be a dip in the OCR reserve having said that I think जो चीज मैं इधर reiterate कर रहा हूँ कि our duration of our assets is much lower than what some other large banks have so हमारा impact in on a relative basis might be a little less, pronounced as compared to some of our larger peers. But this is a systemic thing. आप खुद देख रहे हैं yield curve की direction क्या है, policy being where it is, and the yield curve trading around 12 and a half. So of course, there is that impact that you just mentioned. I hope that answers your question.
एंड सर जस्ट फॉलोइंग अप विद आप लोगों का आगे पॉलिसी रेट का क्या व्यू है बिकॉज अब सिचुएशन इस तरह की आ रही है कि वॉर शायद प्रोबेबली एक कंक्लूजन पे पहुंच जाए तो इन्फ्लेशन भी लेकिन अब राइज कर एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि अप्रैल की थोड़ी ज्यादा नंबर आएगी तो आप लोग एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि पॉलिसी रेट इंक्रीज करेंगे या ये रेट्स वापस रिवर्ट बैक कर जाएंगे अपने जो भी 100 बेसिस पॉइंट वगैरह
I think Khurram Saab has already mentioned this, and we feel that the down cycle this is the end of the down cycle. A move here would be a move up. But आपकी बात बिल्कुल सही है. The pace and the quantum of rate movements would definitely depend on how the Middle East crisis transpires. So a quick solutions might mean that these rates might be here for longer. However, I mean too many moving parts. Very difficult to get a handle on where rates would be in the let's say next 6 months or so. So I hope that answers your question.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So ये Mustafa, this is you're asking about the general growth, our growth style. As I said earlier also that we are more customer centric than the market centric. That if there is an M2 growth, so yes, we will increase our balance sheet. You will find increase होती जाएगी. But this is our strategy is more on customers. As our customers grow, our growth will be there. I've already said that branches growth is limited, but I think retail, our retail bank is seeing a very good growth. Abdurrahman, you want to?
So just to add to how our strategy is based going forward is that's why we don't see a lot of growth in the branches primarily because we've got a lot of focus on our digital side and we're focused there. In addition to that, I think we have a very clear strategy in the client segments we want to target. If you see us as a mid-sized bank, we're also looking at actually value versus quantity. So we are not positioning ourselves as a mass market bank, and we're not going to be targeting every segment out there that most probably the major markets are doing. We're very focused on a few segments in the market where we feel the value is much higher, where we can service them much better with the branch network we have. We feel if we have the right digital offerings to those segments, we feel we can grab much better market share from them versus trying to be a mass market bank which plays on volumes. We want to be much more focused, and I think that's worked for us over the last 5-6 years. We've seen that trajectory, and I think going forward that would be the same. And like shown in the slide earlier, our major focus is, which we had strength, is trade and commercial banking. And in the retail space, even, we're very, very focused towards, again, linked kind of clientele, which is SME, business owners, and high net worth retail clients. And that's kind of our strategy in terms of growth. And we feel if we execute that well, we should have market leading or minimum market leading results and growth over the next 3 to 5 years.
Any other question?
We can close.
So
If there's no other question, then we'll conclude the session today. I thank you all for attending and asking the questions. So thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.